The question is how to find crypto startup and Web3 startup for getting job and internship. And this one is really very valid question which all of you have to ask yourself. That's why you are learning this technology to get yourself into the industry to make your living out of it. So that's what we're going to talk about it in this video, that what exactly it takes to be in the industry. That's all we're going to talk about it. I hope this video will clear your doubt that what are things you have to do, how you can check your skill level, based on that, how you can build the connection, how you can get yourself higher, how you can raise your salary if you already working in any organization. That's all we're going to talk about it in this video. So when it's come to getting job and internship, there is a lot of things that are involved. The very first criteria I have seen that you have to analyze and check the requirement of the company. Because some company, if you talk about the big company, what they do, because they have their criteria that they're going to hire only those candidates who have their college degree, 4 years of degree. They hire only those candidates. So first thing you have to understand yourself that are you come from a technical background or you come from a non-technical background. If you come from a non-technical background, so you should straight away eliminate that particular company because you're just starting up. You want to get into the industry. So if you target that particular which have this particular requirement, it's a waste of energy. So in that scenario, what you have to do is you have to go towards the startup because startups are looking for developer. And if you have the skills, if you know the work, they're going to take you through the coding round. If you really know the work, they're going to hire you. They don't care about the degree because I have seen a lot of developers have worked in the startup, even they not come from a technical background. So first thing you have to clear your mindset that which company you are applying for. What is the company requirement? So once you have this clarity, you will save a lot of your time. If you talk about Google, Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, these are the big companies. They have a lot of cash. So what they do, they have when they hire the candidate, they hire as a bulk. A lot of you have complained about the recent layoff happening in this big company because they have hired a lot of candidate back in 2021, 22, and even in 2020 during the COVID because there was a huge peak in the online transaction, in the online use. Those company predicted that this is how it's going to be continue in the future. But after the COVID, when things got normalized, so the company found out that they hired a lot of employees, so lay off their employee because they had a lot of hiring during the lockdown period because of that huge peak. If you see the online hiring during 19, 20 or 21, that's absolutely a huge spike. So that's the thing you have to understand about the hiring and why these layoffs are happening. So we have talked about the big company. Now let's talk about the startup, that how you can get yourself into the startup if you come from a non-technical background or even if you come from a technical background. When you are looking for a startup, you have to also understand the ecosystem when you will start working into the company because working in a well-established company and working in a startup has a totally different ecosystem. This startup got recent funding or maybe they have less budget and they try to build something on top of that and they have hire you. So the kind of expectation they're going to have you, it's going to be huge. They will give you a lot of responsibility as compared to if you work in a big company like Amazon, Flipkart. I have seen that my few colleagues work in there and they just work on a single web page. Maybe they are working on a Google Drive. They're just fixing the button here and there. So you have to understand your responsibility. So when you will start working on the startup, so your responsibility is going to be huge and there is a lot of uncertainty you will find during the startup. Like you will work for 2 months, you will work for 4 months, and you find out that things are not working and you have to switch your job and you have to look for another job into that different company. That's the normal nature of the startup. So first thing, you have to prepare yourself for the startup, and the best way to get into the startup company and startup project, that you have to build communication. That's the best way to get into the company because you have to build your connection. So I always encourage to all of you guys that you have to use this social media platform. I have not seen any one of you have shared anything related to the smart contract you have learned, any idea you have regarding the project which you are posting on Twitter, Instagram. These are the two biggest platforms you will have for professionals. There you will find all the startups founders. If you want to target a specific startup, simply go to their page, target their hashtag, DM them. I know it's quite lengthy process, but try to do all of this. Try to explain your knowledge. And basically, if you come from a non-technical background, then you have to prove your skill. I come from a non-technical background. Why I make this kind of video? Why I can build this so many projects? Because I have to prove them that I know this work. So that's how they will give the work to my agency, to me, so we can work on with them. So you have to constantly be present in all of this platform. Whether you talk about Twitter, Twitter is a great platform. You can target all the Web3's founders there. You can target the specific hashtag. You can check their business model and you can add on top of that. When you will do all of this, then you're going to get a response. Then you're going to highlight yourself in front of them. And that will increase the possibility for getting into their company. So working in a startup is nothing like a straightforward that they will just open a vacancy where you can go and apply. It's not going to happen like that. In startup, hirings happen through connection. So like if A is starting a startup and B have seen your post on social media and all the works you have done. So B can tell A that this guy is good, he know about the skills. So A can contact you and you can have a communication with them for job. This is how I got a lot of project. This works, absolutely it's work. So I want you to spend huge time on LinkedIn, Twitter. These are the two places you have to spend your time. I'm not telling you to be there all the time, but you have to post at least one or two. Explain about the learning you have, the project you have built, and the kind of model you want to introduce. Because every startup right now, I can see 80% of them working around the DeFi segment. They're building Flash Loan, Avalanche, they are building Farming, Drop. There's a tons of things. So the projects are they coming up with a similar nature. And if you try to build a similar project, then it would help them. And you can also prove yourself that I have already built this kind of project, so I know. That's how they're going to hire you. So again, I would highly encourage you to be present on the social media platform. I know it will take a little bit time. To be honest, it will take a little bit time. Maybe it will take 2 months, 3 months. But once you get your first step, after that things become very easy. Things becomes very easy for you. So just try to be little active on the social media platform. Try to build as many projects as you want. Like having skill, having knowledge is one thing, but unless or until not going to help you in your career. If you talk about NFT marketplace, we have built. If you talk about Uniswap, like real estate app, trading bot, we have built so many projects. Why don't you go and build 5 of them and include your portfolio? Talk about that on the social media platform. And that way, the other founders, those who are interested in the DeFi, they're hiding. They're going to be take interesting in you. They're going to contact you. They're going to give you the project. So there's a lot of things that are involved. Again, I would encourage you a lot that don't look for a specific mode of communication for getting job and internships. Like hiring can happen anywhere, anytime. Try to attend those crypto event happening online. Try to join those forum, Discord server. Share an idea, share a thought. Try to respond to the error which happening in a specific package. So right now you can see there is a lot of Web3 packages we have, and there is a lot of open questions user have asked there. If you know how to do it, then you can simply respond to that. I'm not telling you to go and just spend your entire month or entire day just solving this question. No. If you know, and if you're using that library in your project and you have seen that this is how they can solve it, you can do it. And that way you can build that connection. You can build those connections because that project is getting used into the different project. So the founder of the project, they're going to know, okay, this user is really good. He has pointed out this particular issue. He's resolved this one. And that way you're going to build connection. So coding and getting job into the industry is all about connection. If you have a good connection, you can easily able to work in the Google without a degree if you have a good connection. So it's all about connection, and it's all about the learning, the knowledge you have about the technology which you want to serve to your client, to your employer. That's what I want to encourage you, that don't try to focus more on job. Just give 3 to 4 months, learn about the technology, build as many projects as you want, and be present on the social media platform. When you will start doing that, when people start knowing you about your work, they're going to hire you. You don't need to go and DM all of them. They're going to hire you when you will do all of these things. So again, it will take a little bit time, but it's going to help you a lot on the long run, because coding is a long-term game. It's nothing like that you have learned and you have work and you just left. You can left, but you want to make your living out of it. That's why you're spending so much time for learning this technology. So try to understand that what you're exactly doing, what you are learning, what your skill level, which company you are targeting, and that will help you a lot. So this two platform is absolutely gold mine for you, like Twitter, LinkedIn, or you can also check this job platform called Web3 Career. There is a lot of job. You can go to the website, you can check that what is the requirement for a specific role. And on the basis of that, you can build your skill. Try to search, follow particular hashtag on Instagram, particular page, and try to see that what exactly users are talking about the crypto blockchain, and try to come up with that. And that way, when you will add something, they're going to give you focus. They're going to take you as a knowledgeable person in this particular space. And that's how you will build reputation, and that will help you to get into the company. So getting job and internship is really very easy if you have the skills, if you know, and if you can demonstrate your work properly. So Instagram, LinkedIn, I want all of you guys at least make one post every single day. If you are a blockchain developer, or if you're a developer, no matter what you have learned, if you have built a if statement, explain about that this is the if statement I have built, and that kind of feature is going to bring into the smart contract for faster transaction. Maybe it's saving gas. Show the different comparison of a gas consumption during the function call. There is a tons of things you can do. So that's the only thing I would like to tell you. I don't want to extend this video, but I would encourage you to build at least 4 to 5 projects and build your portfolio and just be present on the platform. You will have a lot of opportunity and a lot of response, to be honest. A lot of response you will get for a job or internship. You don't need to go and apply for a specific website or a specific company. The company will come up to you for getting job and internship if you're really good at your work. So I hope you guys have understood that what exactly you have to do. If you have still any question in doubt, you can ask me in the comment. I'll definitely try to help you in that. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.